the Storyteller.
Hello and welcome to my second part of my series, The Night of the Storyteller. Today I want to tell you two stories in my series, touched by prophetic art. First I want to introduce myself. I'm Johannes from Munich, Germany, and for some years now I'm going after my art and want to see what God has for me with my art. I'm doing not only, but most of the time, prophetic art with colored pencils. The two stories I want to tell you today are from the same client. And he told me some things that happened in his life, some terrible things, and he asked me to pray for him and to see what God would have in the courtroom in the heavens for him. And I told him, I cannot promise you that I would receive something from the courtroom in heaven, but I will get to you what I will receive, and then we can see. The first picture I want to tell you about is called the ignited typewriter. I was praying for him, and as I prayed for him, I saw a wall that was totally frozen. Icicles everywhere, and I could not see behind this wall like a frozen-in window. And as I was praying into it, I saw an old typewriter, like you know them from decades ago, not even an electrical one, it was totally mechanical. And I saw him sitting in front of this typewriter and writing stories. In the beginning it was very slow and hesitating, but as longer he was sitting in front of this typewriter, it got more and more fluent. And he received creative ideas. And it was like that he was ignited. That all the ice was melting and new visions were born. And he would write and write and write, and as he was writing, he was set free from this frozen situation, that he was like paralyzed, and he would go forward again, and new life would come to him. So I sent him the picture and the interpretation of my word, and was waiting for his reply. And I was very moved and amazed what he told me about the picture and the interpretation that I gave him. He said, yes, you're right. It feels like I'm stuck, like I'm paralyzed, and you could not know it. And you're right with the typewriter. I have published several books, and maybe I should write again. And he very much liked the picture. It was full of hope for him, and so I said, okay, I want to give you a second commission, and please now look if you could see into the courtroom of heaven. So I was excited to pray about it because I was not sure if I could see the courtroom. So I was praying into it, into the courtroom. Okay, how would it look like? Where is everyone? And the more I prayed for it, the courtroom disappeared. It went into the back, and clouds came in, dark clouds. And suddenly there was a cross, Jesus hanging on the cross, the tortured Jesus hanging on the cross. And it was sure, okay, Jesus took all the dark things, the painful things, the sinful things, the bad experiences. He took it on the cross. And he paid the price for him. And above the cross there was a sign. In capital letters, it is finished. God had finished it. Jesus had finished it for him. And suddenly, around the clouds, myriads of angels appeared, many angels. And they said proclamations like, grace, peace, righteousness, grace, peace, righteousness, grace, peace, righteousness. It was like the angels were with him, they were fighting for him. They were along his ministry. And suddenly there was a hole in all the clouds, and you could look down to the earth. In all the angels pointed down to the earth, and it was like they were saying, look to the earth, don't look into the heavens, don't seek what is happening in the courtroom. You have a commission, you still have a task to fulfill. So be set free. God has paid the price for you. He is with you. His angels are with you. So go forward. So I was very excited about his reaction, because there was again no picture about the courtroom. It was a picture about the courtroom, and then it was not a picture about the courtroom. And I was moved again by his response, because he said, "You're right. I was like under condemnation. I felt like I would not live up to the expectations of Jesus. And you're right that the courtroom, the judgment seat of Christ is going in the background, and that Jesus on the cross is coming to the front. Because he had paid the price for me. He took all my bad situation, he took all my sinful and painful situations on the cross, and he had paid the price for me." There was a prophetess talking to me, and she saw a picture about a meadow with oversized flowers, and I was going over all these flowers and caressing them, and it was like Jesus saying, "I've paid the price for you. My grace is for you. I gain the righteousness for you." And she said, "There's a new commission for you. There's a new vision for you, waiting for you." And she also saw many angels in his flat. And he said it was a totally confirmation what this lady had for him. And he felt new life, and he felt, okay, I'm not condemned. God has grace and peace and righteousness for me. And it was a totally confirmation for him, and he liked the picture, and he liked my interpretation, and he liked my word. And the wonderful thing about this experience was that for the 2 original paintings, he ordered, with every painting, he ordered a big art print to put it on the wall. And so it was very wonderful that he was moved and touched by my words that I received from God, and that he liked my paintings, and that he gave me extra money for the art prints. I want to share another story about it, because I shared this original story with a typewriter with a friend of mine. She also is a writer and has experienced difficult things in her past life, and she was moved to tears by the painting, because it also gave her hope. And she sent me a voice message, and in this voice message I heard that she was moved to tears. And I'm sharing these stories to give you the opportunity to be touched by yourself, by this painting and by these words. And maybe God speaks directly to you with these paintings and interpretations, or just you are touched by the wonderful stories about it. So thank you for watching the video. Thank you for taking part in what my life is experiencing. If you liked the video, please give me a like, please comment below, subscribe to my channel, please share it with other friends, and please follow my other platforms and social media. Go to my website, most of it is in English. The most part is in German, but I have some parts in English as well. And please share and follow my social media, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I would love to hear from you. I ask the blessing of God for you. Thank you for watching, thank you for taking part of my life. Be blessed in Jesus' name, and maybe we will see us again when it says the night of the storyteller. Thank you very much. No? You would write everything down and again. It's my second video of the... No? Hello.